Hey there, this is Neil Napier, and as I promised you, I want to give you a walkthrough of this worksheet, and I'll give you the worksheet alongside it as well, so that you can print it out and fill it in yourself. I strongly recommend printing it out because it will help you determine what market you want to go into. That is, if you don't have your own market. So we are going to cover this on the live session on 30th of July, but I wanted to give you a little bit of heads up, put you in the right direction if that could actually help you. So let's talk about testing your market. So when I think about the niche, there are many different niches, many different markets that you can go after. So of course, you've got markets where you can help people to get fitter, health and wellness, markets where you can help people to make more money, so generally wealth generation, and markets where you can help people to get better with their relationships, all kinds of relationships, not just meeting men or women. And within each of these, there are different sub-markets as well. So let's say if I go after getting fitter. So maybe you want to help people lose weight. Maybe you want to help people gain muscles, or maybe you want to help people just be fitter by doing sports. Those are your three markets. You can go down even further. So let's say if you want to stick to markets where you help people by doing sports. One of them could be running. One of them could be playing golf. The other one could be, say, playing football. And I'm just giving you three examples. There are many different things that you can do. So let's say we go with these three different ideas. Getting fitter by playing football is one, or rather, I think the first one was running, right? So I'm just going to write down running here in short, just to keep it concise. I'm going to write down golf here, and I'm going to write down football for idea number three. And you can do this for your own ideas as well. I'm just giving you some insights into how I would do it. You can take your own ideas as well. I wonder what happens when I try and zoom out. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah, the text goes a bit out of whack. Let me just rearrange that. Okay, well, we'll see how we fill the rest of it. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to look at who are my competitors if I want to teach people how to get fitter by running. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up Google, and I'm going to open up, say, get fitter by running. So when I search for that, there are various different websites, various different products as well. If I search for courses, for example, or membership sites, I can find those as well. Let's say I could use Buy Now. Those are apps, running shoes, gym shoes, running shoes again. These are tips, for example, right? So there are big companies offering that. And I could also search for, let's see if it brings a membership site, if anything at all. It would help if I could spell. Okay, membership site. Okay, I think this is more focusing on running, but let's say marathon. There, iMarathon training. So let's go in here. Okay, I think I found one, which is fine. Click here for smart marathon training. Okay, let's check this out, how much this is. Okay, it's about £35, 16-week of course, which is not bad at all. I mean, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this across, and I'm going to jump into this image, and I'm going to put this one down as a competitor. So let's see if I can just paste that. Right. Yeah, let's just do that for now. So that's my competitor, and I know that I'm going after someone like him, like what they have. If I want to look at golf maybe will be wider because there are many more golf courses. So I could search for, in this case, how to improve your golf swing course, and I can find some things from there. So these are just free blog posts, but there's a course on Udemy, for example, and you can find that person, whoever that person is, and you can Google them and you can find some courses from them as well. So let's see who that person is. Jim Lennon. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That's his website. Okay, no SSL there. Let's continue. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So he's obviously selling something. Now I'm just going to copy him as well, and I'm going to go back to our sheet here and put him in as a competitor. So you just do some research and understand who your competitors are, because remember, you can learn a lot from them. You can see what they're doing in their business and you can emulate that. I'm not saying copy that, but you can emulate that. So you do the same thing for this one. Then decide, who do you serve? So who are you serving? People who are interested in running, people who want to run a marathon, people who don't, perhaps live near a forest, because people who usually run a lot tend to do so in nature. So not as much city people, but of course, city people run as well. Then again, when you're thinking about golf, think about who you're targeting. Of course, you don't want to target someone who doesn't have a car. You don't want to target someone who can't afford to play golf, once a week. So things like that are things you got to keep in mind. So you're going for slightly higher level of clientele in that case, slightly. Although having said that, of course, everyone plays golf, and that's perfectly all right. That's a good thing. Football, you're targeting mostly younger people. You're not targeting older people. In this case, you're targeting younger people. So your market's different. Now, how many possible members and where can you find them? Right? This is where it becomes a little bit important. So what I do, I can tell you, I go to Udemy, because Udemy gives me a lot of insights. Let me just do that. Okay. Udemy gives me a lot of insight. So let's go to Udemy, and I'm going to search for how to play golf. Let's find that. Okay, if I look for that, then you can see there are about 816 results for this, and every course has a few ratings, not a lot, 10 ratings. It doesn't tell me how many sales they have, but they have a few ratings. Just if I look at this, 186 ratings for this one, which is a bestseller, which is awesome. So just by looking at this, and again, this is not your full market, but you can assume that if you were to go in this market, then you might, if you were to create a best-selling course, then it might get 186 reviews, which is good. Sorry, that was for golf. Let's move it here. Okay, if I was to say run, then let's find out here I don't think how to run is the right text that we should be looking for, but how to run a marathon or something is something more useful perhaps. 245 results, that's a bit fewer than before, but let's see if it shows the best selling. That is 309 ratings. Oh, that's a t-shirt. Okay, how to run a marathon. If I go for that, then perhaps I'll find, let me see, highest rated about 56 ratings. So this one has about 56 ratings, which is good. Obviously not as good as the last one that we found. So let's put 56 here. And then finally, football, improve your football skills, whatever you want to call it. Let's go back here. How to play football. And again, remember, we're only talking about this from an online membership site prospect. So I just want to see how many courses are there for this sort of thing. Again, lots of courses. This is fantasy football. Different. Let's see though what the best-selling course is, if it even shows up. Nope. And there's a lot of random stuff. Let's try soccer. Okay, so this one has just as many results. The Ultimate Soccer Guide, Play Like a Soccer Pro, 91 ratings. It's a bestseller as well. So I'm just going to put 91 here. So this doesn't give you, of course, a comprehensive idea of how many buyers there are. If you want to do some research, you can also go to Google keyword tool and find out how many people are searching for things like these. But decided on this, I can already say that golf is the strongest of the market. Football's good too. Running a marathon, not so much, maybe at this stage. But think about them. Where can you find these people? If you want to target people who are running marathons, maybe you want to advertise in the magazines about running a marathon. If you want to target people who are into golf, maybe you want to target local golf clubs or people who are in various different golf groups on Facebook. If you want to target people who are into football, maybe you also want to target kids' parents, right? Because football starts generally at a younger age. So you want to target people who are thinking about enrolling their kids into football. So go find football forums online and find something there. So this is how you basically essentially build an understanding of how busy your market is, right? I hope this is clear. I'm just going to rub all of this off, and we're going to continue forward here. Then you want to think about the pain points. So if I think about pain points for running, you got to be in the peak physical shape all the time. You need the right shoes. You need to build up a stamina. If I think about pain points for golf, it's mostly about the swing. Maybe your swing isn't right. Maybe you're not hitting the score that you want. Maybe it's a bit expensive. If you're thinking about the pain points for soccer, maybe, well, age could be an issue, right? Which is somewhat unresolvable, but you can still play like football with local friends and whatnot, even when you're older. Maybe fitness is an issue. Maybe you can't run as much. So all these things that you have to consider, the problems that you can solve. Now, the thing is, can you solve these problems? The age one, maybe you can by saying that, hey, even if you're older, even if you're 40, 45, just play with your friends locally in a club. It's not a highest level. If you think about swing, can you help someone improve their golf swing? Maybe you can, in which case, congratulations, you have a course for yourself. If you're thinking about, for soccer, say, or soccer was there, yeah. If you're thinking about marathons, for example, do you sell shoes? Maybe. I mean, if it doesn't have to be a membership site, but do you sell shoes? Or if you want to sell a membership site, do you know someone who can teach people about running, or do you know enough about running? And I'm just giving you top level of examples of different sports here. You can even go deeper into golf. So if I look deeper into golf, if you're a golfer yourself, you can think about the swing, you can think about putting, you can think about stamina, all these different things. So once you figure that out, once you can solve the problem, then think about what are your unique selling points, which is what separates you from the rest of the market. If I go back to Udemy for a second, or let's say this course, the Ultimate Soccer Guide, it's quite big, as you can imagine, 634 students enrolled. So you can at least get those students if you create a good course, and you can see everything that they're covering in the course itself, which is quite a lot, and it's quite an extensive course. I mean, I don't know in terms of hours, but it's really 5.5 hours plus 1.5, so about 7 hours worth of videos. So can you create something as big as this? Can you create something that would help people? Can you price it low enough? Because they, of course, deal in the quantity. So I personally don't like Udemy because the pricing model is really whacked. But that's what you need to know. What are your unique selling points? And unique selling points should not always be the price. I mean, sometimes it can, but if you're in a very competitive market, but mostly unique selling points would be something that people can learn only from you. Something that you're uniquely skilled at, and people can gain that skill set from you. So do that, and I can guarantee you will be able to niche down so that you can test out a market and you can see whether or not that market works for what you are doing. So I hope this is clear. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Just comment underneath the video, or just message me. However you can get in touch with me, and I'll be happy to help you out. Do check out our My First 1,000 group if you're not within that. Just go to Facebook, search for My First 1,000, and you will find our group where we're helping people build courses and build membership sites and sell those and make $1,000 every month recurring. Thanks.